After the black swan event that has occurred over the last few months in crypto, it's become increasingly important to have control over your tokens. The safest way to keep control of your own tokens and actually own those tokens is by having a ledger. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to move your crypto from Binance into the ledger. If you don't already have a ledger, there is a link in the description to buy one below. And before we get started, there's a few things that we need to make sure that we've got in place. The first thing is that we've got our actual ledger, the actual device, unlocked and ready to go. We need the Binance app or website open on the fiat and spot page. So how you find this is on a desktop, you go over to the right, it says wallet, come down fiat and spot. This should show you all your holdings on Binance. And then you need the Ledger Live app open on the accounts page. Today we're going to send some Bitcoin and we have about $31 to send. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go over to the Ledger Live app and make sure that we have a Bitcoin account for the money to go into. As you can see on mine here, I have a Legacy Bitcoin, a SegWit Bitcoin and a Taproot Bitcoin. I think the main thing to understand here is that you need a Legacy Bitcoin account. So in order to create one, you go over to the Add Account button at the bottom. You can select your crypto asset, which is Bitcoin, click Continue. And of course you can do this for any other cryptocurrency that Ledger supports. You just have to find it on that drop down. Just for this video, I'm doing Bitcoin. There's one thing you have to check for when you're adding a new account is that it says legacy for the Bitcoin. This is really important. Then you just change it out. I could just change that to a test account and have that set up. I already have my legacy account set up, so I'm going to use that. You would just click add account. And this is how you do it. We go back over to Binance. So we're on our Binance fiat and spot page. We come over to the Bitcoin row and we click all the way over on withdraw because we want to take our money out of Binance. We want to withdraw from Binance. Lots of beginners actually think that withdraw means the same thing as sell. It's not the same thing. Withdraw is moving it from one wallet into another, remaining out of traditional finance. So we click withdraw and we should be displayed with this page. You'll see coin is already selected, that's Bitcoin. And the address right here, enter address, that's what we're going to get from Ledger Live because we need the address of the ledger. So we need the exact address for our Bitcoin to be received well in the ledger. So you go back over to Ledger Live and you want to click receive because out of these options, swap, buy, send and receive, obviously we want to be receiving crypto. We click receive. We can see that it's already suggested that we're going to credit the account that is my Bitcoin legacy account. Remember the legacy thing, very important. If yours isn't there, click the drop down and find it. Then click continue. And while this comes up, this is the address for your account, for your ledger account, for your Bitcoin ledger account. Something will also come up on your ledger itself. Do not accept the thing on the ledger first because that will close this screen. And you need this screen for right now. So we're going to click the copy button, which is are these two squares here. You can also click and drag and then copy on the keyboard. You can also use a QR code right here and use your phone to copy that. I would suggest if you're a complete beginner, just click these buttons here. The address will be copied and now we're going to go back over to Binance. So now we're back in Binance, we can click the address section and we can paste it in there. Now what you really want to see here is you want to see it on the network thing, you want to see Bitcoin. The whole network thing's really, really tricky and dangerous if you're not used to sending tokens like Ethereum or Ethereum-based tokens. This can get really tricky. You'll have to comment to let me know if that's something you want to see. But ideally, when you're sending Bitcoin, you want to put the address in and you want this green text to be here. The wallet address automatically matched to a corresponding network. This shows that it is a Bitcoin address that you're sending it to. Then you decide how much you want to send. For me, I'm just going to send the maximum amount, which was $30 something. And this tells us what the network fee is, 0.0002 Bitcoin, and that's how much we're going to be receiving. Okay, so we're all set. And now what I'm going to do is click withdraw. It then gives a summary of what we're actually withdrawing here, and I'm going to continue. Now this is something I have set up on my Binance because I used to use Binance quite a lot until everything went into my ledger. And there's a whole list of verification things that you have to do on every transaction. I've set it up to have the maximum security. You don't need to do all of this. Some people just have the phone verification code and an authenticator code, but I do all three. So I'm going to get all of those codes now. Okay, that's now done and it's now waiting approval. because this is the first time I've actually sent Bitcoin to my ledger. My XRP channel is really quick and it's all set up really well. The Bitcoin is the first time I'm doing it, so it could take approximately 12 hours. Could go a lot quicker than 12 hours, but you would come over to your Ledger Live app and essentially just wait for that number to come up and for the money to be received into your account. And so it wasn't 12 hours at all, it's probably about 15 minutes. This is what I usually typically expect from a Bitcoin transfer. You can see now that the funds have now arrived in my Bitcoin account and you've successfully moved your Bitcoin or your crypto from Binance into Ledger. Your crypto is now safe. If you got value and you walked through this whole process with me here and you successfully did it, please let me know in the comments and do consider subscribing for more videos like this. I'm actively looking for suggestions for new tutorial videos in the comments. So please, if you do have questions about your beginner's journey or you've got a question that you think is a very beginnery question that you probably should know by now, then those are the types of questions I'm trying to answer. Check out my last video, the link is in the description. Stay emotionless out there in this crazy market, and I'll see you in the next one.